Hello everyone, welcome to day 13th of September Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is insert interval. Although this question is hard on lead code, but it is not a very hard question. It's a medium level question. If you know sorting and have the ability to visualize things, you should be able to do it. So let's talk about this question. In this question, you are giving an array where each element of an array contains two parts. One is the start time and one is the end time. And you're given an interval which you need to merge with this current data set of intervals and generate the desired outcome. What it means is you are in this example you are given 1 3 and 6 9 and the merge interval is 2 5. So 1 3 overlaps with 2 5, and when you merge these two intervals you generate a new interval which is 1 5. Added 1 5 in your answer, and 6 9, since there is no overlap, you simply add it there. Let's talk about the other example quickly. So you have 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 10 12 16, and the merge interval here is 4 8. So 1 2 there's and 4 8, there's no overlap. Simply add 1 2 to the result. 3 5 4 8, there is an overlap because 4 lies in the middle of 3 and 5, and the resultant interval would be 3 comma 8. If you merge 3 5 and 4 8, and let's move ahead. It's 6 7, you got 6 7. uh, 3 and 8 and 6 and 7, there's an absolute overlap, and the resultant interval is 3 8, since it supersedes 6 7. And then comes 8 10. So 3 8 and 8 10, if you overlap you'll get 3 10, and hence you add it in your result. 3 10 got added. You move ahead in the array, you got 12 16, and between 10 and 12 there was no overlap, you simply added it as it is. So as I explained the question, there are three parts to the question. One is those cases before any merging can happen, so you simply add it to the result. Then there were cases where merging actually happened, which and you get you added the desired output in your result. And there were cases where there is no possibility of merging after the merging has happened, which was 12, 16. There could be further more elements at the end of it, and you simply add it to the result. So 1 2 cases and 12 16 cases, you have to simply identify that there's no merging that can happen in those intervals, and simply add it. And for those intervals where merging can actually happen, you need to do some manipulation there and get the compiled merge interval and add it to your result. So let's go through the algorithm that I have devised for this. Let me just start the slideshow. So merge interval day 13. Let's make the things a little granular, and let's talk about the cases that could be there. So there are two pretty simple cases which I explained in the while going through that example: overlapping case and a non-overlapping case. Let's talk about the non-overlapping case. So 3 comma 5, 8 comma 10, and the new interval is 4 comma 5. Visualize this example as on a number line, and you plot those numbers there and check and try to visualize how overlapping you can identify the overlapping part. So 1 3 doesn't overlap with 4 5, nor 5 or 8 overlaps with 5 overlaps with 8. Hence you have to simply add it, the result as it is. Let's talk about the overlapping case now. So 1 3, 6 10, and 2 5. So you iterate through the list, you plot 1 3, and then comes 2 5. You check whether it is being overlapped with 2 5 or not. You see there's an overlapping case which is highlighted in yellow orange, and as soon as you identify an interval where overlapping or merging has to happen, you merge that interval. How do you merge it? Minimum of the starting of the two the start points of the interval, minimum of 1 and 2. So you get, which you got 1, and the max end time would be the maximum of these two, which is 3 comma 5. Maximum 3 comma 5 is 5, and you got 1 comma 5. And how do you identify the overlapping part? Whenever the end of the iterating interval is greater than or equal to the start of the merge interval, It's a condition for overlapping part. End of the iterating interval is greater than the start of the overlapping interval. You have to merge. You have to perform merge on that. So you got 1 comma 5, and you compare it with the next element in the array, 6 comma 10. 6 is greater than 5, which is not an overlapping condition, and you simply add it to your result. So 6 comma 10. Hence the output turns out to be 1 5 6 10. So here I have taken another example which was quite similar to the one that was specified in the question. The elements are as follows: 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and your merge interval is from 5 comma 8. So here you have 5 and then 8. Let's identify the point which is safe to add in your result. How do you do that? Let's iterate through the array. So end of your the first element is this. So end of your iterating interval doesn't overlap with the start of your merge interval. Uh, since 1 is less than 5, so you simply add 0 1 to your result. So we added this. Move ahead, 2 comma 3. 3 is less than 5 again. You simply add it to your result. So you added 2 comma 3. And then comes 4 comma 5. 5 is equal to 5. Hence that's an overlapping condition. You need to perform the merge operation. How do you do that? The start turns out to be the minimum of these two, and the max turns out to be the maximum of these two. So the minimum of 4 comma 5 is 4. Hence your merge interval starts from 4 now, and the end interval is the maximum of 5 comma 8. It remains as it is. So your new merge interval turns out to be 4 comma 8. You move ahead in your array, and then comes 6 comma 7. Here now let's check whether the overlapping condition is true or not. End of the new interval, which is 8, is greater than start of your iterating interval. Start is 6 and end is 8. You compare these two values. Overlapping condition is true. Then what do you need to do? You need to perform the merge operation. So minimum of 4 comma 6 is 4. It remains as it is. Start point remains as it is. The end of the merge interval is 7 comma 8. So the maximum value is 8. It remains as it is. You move ahead. Your merge interval was not updated, didn't get updated. It stays as 4 comma 8. Then you again check at 8 comma 9 whether the overlapping condition is true or not. End of your new merge interval is 8. 8 is equal to the start of your iterating interval 8. You need to perform the merging again. The minimum of 4 comma 8 is 4. Start point remains as it is. The end point is the maximum of 8 comma 9. It gets extended to 9. Your new merge interval is from 4 till 9, and let's iterate through the next element. It's 10 comma 11. If you'll see now, the end of your new interval, which is 9, is not greater than or equal to your start of your iterating interval. That means the overlapping condition is false. At that point, you add your merged interval into your result. So you added 4 comma 9 here, and simply add rest of the elements in of that are present in your array to your result, which is 10 comma 11, because you are sure that now no more merging is gonna happen and you are good with your process. So let's quickly code this up. Defining my list that will store my result, new linked list. I'm explicitly taking linked list here because I'm not sure of the size of my resultant answer. Hence, you cannot take array list. If you take array list, then you have to explicitly delete the size, the elements at a particular index. Let me just define my I counter that will iterate through the interval's length, and let me define the length variable, which will be equal to intervals dot length. While I is less than len, I'm identifying the safe points here, those intervals where merging will not happen. So intervals of I comma 1, the end point of the ith interval is less than the start of your new interval. That concludes for the safe points, safe intervals, new point dot 1 dot dot 0, the start of your new interval is greater than the end of your iterating intervals. You simply add it to your result. Ans dot add intervals of I plus plus. These are the safe intervals before merging. Now let's do the merging part. Merging part. While I is less than len and intervals of I dot 0, you will talk about the start of the interval is greater than equal to new intervals new interval dot end. The end of your new interval is greater than the start of your iterating interval. That means you need to perform merging. How do you do that? So new interval dot start is equal to maths dot min new interval dot start comma intervals of I comma 0, and similarly for the end part you will take, instead of minimum you will take the maximum of the two, the maximum of the two interval new interval or the iterating interval, and you'll update I, and once you're out of the loop you simply add it to your result. So adding it to my result, new interval, and let's do the last part now. Those elements that are to be added in your resultant array from the intervals part where no overlapping is possible after the merging operation has been done. So I is less than len, and you simply add it to your result. No, nothing to check because we are already done with the merging part, and then you will form your result. So this is my result array. I'm just converting into the intended output definition in which I need to give the result. So the size is 2, and the size of this array is equal to ans dot size, while defining another variable for iterating j is equal to 0. J is less than ans dot size. Result of j equals to ans dot get of j plus plus, and return your result. That's it. Let's try this up. Yes, we are good. Accepted. Let's talk about the time complexity now. So you're iterating through the input array once here till you don't reach the end of your list. Uh, that means the complexity is order of n simply, and the space complexity is again the size of the intervals, because at max the size could be equal to the size of this interval plus a new interval value, and hence both the values, the space and time complexity, is equal to order of n. Hope I made it clear how do you build your thought process for this question, and thanks for watching the video.